Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com. Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
I work at Marvin. I paint at Marvin. Every day I get to do what I love. When I started, I was a little intimidated to go into the spray booth, but people were very kind to me, and I was able to learn at my own pace. I get to be proud of what I do, and I love the product when it's finished. It's beautiful. Since I started at Marvin, I have been able to pull myself out of debt and purchase a home because I'm making enough to make a living. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Thinking about a fresh look for your home? Get inspired by Benjamin Moore Paint Colors at Marvin Home Center on Highway 11 in Warroad. With over 3,500 unmatchable colors and the best quality paint on the market, you can create unique spaces that truly reflect your style. And when you buy Benjamin Moore, you're supporting local business. These quality paints are sold exclusively through locally owned and operated retailers. Visit Marvin Home Center today and let your perfect color journey begin. Marvin Home Center, Highway 11, Warroad.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
From John Michael and guests in the morning show, noon hour information, and 5 p.m. evening local news, ag news, weather, and sports. Thank you for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM. Listen for our high school sports coverage of Warroad, Roseau, BGMR, Lake of the Woods, Sprague, and Grigla Goodridge. Find the sports schedules. You can also listen to our high school sports coverage in the Listen Live from KQ92.com and the Northern Star KRWB.com.
At Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
From KQ92 and the Northern Star KRWB, we entertain you with KQ92 playing country music hits from today and yesterday. With the Northern Star, it's the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s super hits. We are local. We are your radio station. Local news, sports, weather updates, ag news, community conversation, Coach's Corner, school news, Viking football, Minnesota Wild, and more local area programming coming in the future. Thanks for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Deanna and I work at Marvin. HQ was definitely built around the person, the architecture, the windows, the lights, like everything feels alive in that space. But then there's also these little nooks and crannies where you can go and relax. If you think about a home and what you want in your home and how it makes you feel comfortable and you want to be there, I think that's what HQ provides. Come join me at Marvin, you'll love it here.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto owners make sense for you.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Hi, my name is Angelina and I work at Marvin. I paint at Marvin. Every day I get to do what I love. When I started, I was a little intimidated to go into the spray booth, but people were very kind to me and I was able to learn at my own pace. I get to be proud of what I do and I love the product when it's finished. It's beautiful. Since I started at Marvin, I have been able to pull myself out of debt and purchase a home because I'm making enough to make a living. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Fresh look for your home? Get inspired by Benjamin Moore Paint Colors at Marvin Home Center on Highway 11 in Warroad. With over 3,500 unmatchable colors and the best quality paint on the market, you can create unique spaces that truly reflect your style. And when you buy Benjamin Moore, you're supporting local business. These quality paints are sold exclusively through locally owned and operated retailers. Visit Marvin Home Center today and let your perfect color journey begin. Marvin Home Center, Highway 11, Warroad.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City. Canadian Maritimes Tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
From John Michael and guests in the morning show, noon hour information, and 5 p.m. evening local news, ag news, weather, and sports. Thank you for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM. Listen for our high school sports coverage of Warroad, Roseau, BGMR, Lake of the Woods, Sprague, and Grigla Goodridge. Find the sports schedules. You can also listen to our high school sports coverage in the list.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Warroad High School here this evening as we bring you this live broadcast right here on KQ92 and yourliveevent.com as we welcome you into Warroad High School, and we welcome those listening here on Lake Country, KQ92, 92.5 FM. We also welcome those watching online here at yourliveevent.com. If you happen to turn off your radio, you can still listen on your phone on KQ92.com and on our KQ92 app. You can head to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download that. Take us on the go 24/7 here and listen to our sports broadcasts and whatnot from the comfort of your own home, as well as our music and other programming as we welcome you into Warroad High School. It's home of the Warriors here for a Friday night of girls hoops that will bring you here live. And here on KQ92 and your live event, Graham Shear on hand today. Play-by-play duties for you here as we'll bring you the final regular season home game of the year for the Warroad Warriors here as they just picked up a big win last night, did the Warroad Warriors. They're third of the year. They moved to 3-23 on the year, and Warroad now into the final game of the year for the Lady Warriors. They play for the Crookston Pirates here tonight, here from Warroad High School, as we take a look over at the Warroad Warriors here on KQ92. And as we bring it to you live here on yourliveevent.com, that is the latest here. We are going to go ahead and take a quick break. We are going to have the national anthem and starting lineups coming up as well. We'll bring those to you here coming up next. Up next here on Your Live Event and KQ92.
Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or a career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
From KQ92 and the Northern Star KRWB, we entertain you with KQ92 playing country music hits from today and yesterday. With the Northern Star, it's the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s super hits. We are local. We are your radio station. Local news, sports, weather updates, ag news, community conversation, Coach's Corner, school news, Viking football, Minnesota Wild, and more local area programming coming in the future. Thanks for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Deanna and I work at Marvin. HQ was definitely built around the person, the architecture, the windows, the lights, like everything feels alive in that space. But then there's also these little nooks and crannies where you can go and relax. If you think about a home and what you want in your home and how it makes you feel comfortable and you want to be there, I think that's what HQ provides. Come join me at Marvin, you'll love it here.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should.
And welcome back here to Warroad High School, home of the Warriors, as we get you set here soon for this Warroad girls basketball game, the final regular season game of the year for the Warroad girls. Again, the Pigtails rounds getting underway next week with for girls basketball. Of course, Monday is the expected date for a couple of the Pigtail rounds. So, Warroad likely to be in there, so we'll bring you potentially be bringing you another Warroad girls basketball game here after tonight, depending on location of other games, BGMR, of course, some other local and area teams that we cover. So, could be bringing you another Warroad game past tonight, but we start with the starting lineups here for the Crookston Pirates and a junior Brooklyn Waldle, along with a senior Chloe Bull, Hallie Nicholas, another senior, and Maddie Brueggemann, a junior, along with Grace Bull, another forward. So 2 forwards, 2 centers, and a guard. Some height on the Crookston Pirates side there, and Grace Bull, the sophomore. Those are the starting 5 for head coach, Jaden Hams, the Crookston Pirates. And now we're bringing you the Warroad Warriors starting 5. So we'll take a back seat here.
Number 20, junior, Libby Olafson. Number 22, sophomore, Natalie Larson. Number 23, junior, Olivia Tessier. And number 24, sophomore, Natalie Tommy. The Warriors are coached by head coach John Larson and assistant coach Debbie Estes.
And those are the starting 5. We apologize about the camera right now, still trying to get that sorted out here, so we'll bring that to you here momentarily as well, here as we we'll get the camera figured out here as we get ready to start this game off. And there's our picture back for the opening tip-off as we get this thing started here, underway from Warroad High School. The final game of the year for both these teams here, the Crookston Pirates and the Warroad Warriors. Crookston now working on offense here after they had won the tip. Here is a pass inside, it's stolen away. Olivia Tessier catching the steal there for the Warriors, and off and running here. Atlee Larson handles over to Tessier. Again, Warroad picking up a big win last night over the Little Fork Big Falls Vikings. That's the second time they beat them here on the year. First shot of the game is a knockdown there by Natalie Hami. And the sophomore gets the scoring started for the Warriors, 2-0 here on your Security State Bank scoreboard. Crookston getting their second possession here underway. Here's a pass out to the middle, Chloe Bull. Over to the right side, Nicholas now the handle. The chest pass to Waldle. Down low to the baseline, the shot's up and good. And that one made up by Grace Bull. The sophomore gets the first bucket here for the Pirates. Again, Crookston with a record of 7-18 on the season, the Pirates. Losers of their last 2. Before that, though, they had won 2 in a row. So they have won 2 of their last 4 games, 3 of their last 6 as well. Past Karam's out of bounds there off of Crookston. So Warroad possession, still 20 on the shot clock. Into Hami. Hami on the right wing, kick over Larson from the right side. The 3 ball's off. And she was on fire last night. 32 points for Atlee Larson last evening against the Vikings. Just very aggressive here as of late. Here's a, speaking of aggressive, in the middle, the shot hook on the right is Maddie Brueggemann. Good for a deuce there, and Crookston takes their first lead. Here just under 2 minutes into the opening half here, and it's 4-2. Crookston. Warroad with possession. In the black jerseys, working from right to left on your radio dial here on KQ92. Hami the miss, the offensive board. Tessier will fire and miss a 3-pointer from the left wing. And the rebound down to Chloe Bull. 2 Bulls on the Crookston roster, Chloe and Grace. Chloe the senior guard and Grace the taller sophomore forward. Here Karam's Alpha off the miss, and it goes out of bounds to the Warriors. Abigail Mayfield in the starting 5 with Warroad, with Libby Olafson, Atlee Larson, Tessier, and Hami. Those 5 still on the floor. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the opening half. Still no foul either side. Hami on the pass. Larson, that is. Karam's out of bounds off the tip, off Crookston out. Warroad to inbound underneath their own basket here. Tessier off right of the basket. Warroad in their home black jerseys tonight. Warroad scripted across the chest there in gold. Tessier took a screen from Olafson. She's on the baseline. Bounce pass over to Olafson. They swing it around the perimeter. Now swing it back to Tessier in the corner. She takes a high screen from Olafson. The pick and pop. She's going to fire one up and got fouled. And Olivia Tessier going to the line. The first foul of the game going to go on the Pirates. And this one's going to go on Brooklyn Waldle, the center junior, number 21. All in unison tonight. Chronological order for the Crookston Pirates. Brooklyn Waldle, 21. Chloe Bull, 23. 24 for Nicholas, 25 for Bruggeman. And Grace Bull wearing number 33 tonight. In the Crookston white road jerseys here. Crookston scripted across the chest there in blue in the gold trim. Fight for the rebound off the missed free throw. Karam's out and Bull handles Grace across the timeline, and now going to be wrapped up and fouled. First foul of the game on the Warriors. This one's going to go on Olivia Tessier. She picks up her first, the first of the game. 15:23 on the clock here in the first half from Warroad High School. On your YLE screen, I know it says second right there, but this is the first half here with a 4-2 score. Crookston, the shot by Bull is off just inside the elbow there, closer to the baseline, and Larson the rebound the other way. On the right wing, Larson step back, fire, no, tipped away. Bull got a piece of it there and stripped it down. Bull now handling the pass, down to the baseline. They'll pull it back. Stretch it out, three-pointer. No, they'll pull it down that time as well. That was Bruggeman who thought about the three, and a turnover. Warroad comes up with the loose ball there at the poke away. Warroad with some good defense. Larson will walk into a three, and just a hair strong off the heel. And Karam's out of bounds. Ball goes to the Pirates. And Graham Shear on hand for you tonight here, bringing you this Friday night hoop session on KQ92 and yourliveevent.com. Just past 7 o'clock local time here in Warroad. Bring you a station ID at the next dead ball here. Extra pass to the corner. This is Waldle on the far side. Now back up top, they swing it. Nicholas has an open shot, and it's a three-pointer. Hallie Nicholas from downtown, and it's a good three. Score there by the Crookston Pirates, their first make from downtown of the night. They go up 7-2. Apologize about a little under the weather here this week. Of course, it's going around, and just a little bit in the throat, you know. But if you hear me coughing, that's why I apologize in advance. Under 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Larson, the pass, intercepted. Taken by the Pirates, the first turnover by Atlee Larson there. Shot in transition, the three-pointer's up, and Bull misses it long. The offensive rebound's tracked down. Now Warroad comes up with the missed pass there. A turnover, Hallie Nicholas threw it away. And now Warroad throws it right back. Abigail Mayfield trying to skip that one up ahead on the outlet. And stolen away out of the air by Bruggeman. On the right wing, here's Waldle. Crookston moving from left to right on your radio dial. They swing it to the far side. Now we're in the corner, down there with Nicholas. Chloe Bull in the corner, back into Waldle. She'll fire from the elbow. The jumper's off. Just short and long rebound by the Warriors. Mayfield comes up. Hami's going to control the possession here for the Warriors. She'll handle it, takes a screen, fires a pass that's deflected back to her now. She still has her dribble. She'll dribble, and she will pick up her pivot foot there, I believe. No, they're going to call, I think they called a personal foul. They did. They got the Pirates for a personal foul. They're going to get this one on Nicholas. And it's going to go, going to go on Hallie Nicholas. The senior picks up her first. That's the team's second on the Crookston Pirates. Warroad inbounding up top to Hami. She's just inside the three-point line. She'll hand off to the first Warrior to sub in for the game, Macy Kiomini, the freshman in there, handling the basketball. In there for Atlee Larson, who sits down for the first time. Still no subs for the Pirates, and the ball caroms out. That's a bad pass there by Hami that goes out of bounds, and a turnover on the Warriors. Again, you're listening to this live high school sports broadcast here on Lake Country, KQ92. It's KKWQ Warroad. Today's new hit country. 12 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the opening half, and it's a 7-2 score on your Security State Bank scoreboard. And a turnover. Warroad takes the ball back, trailing by 5 here. Working on offense, Kiomani, the pass down to the corner. Hami, back to Kiomani on the left wing. She'll dribble out and reset the offense here with 23 to shoot. Here's a backdoor cut, and Hami just couldn't handle the pass. Was just a bit behind her there from Olafson, who got double teamed. Now ahead in transition, the Pirates have an open shot. They'll fire a 10-foot jumper that is good. Waldle hits her first jumper of the day, and she's got her first points. And Warroad makes a mistake inbounding the basketball. Kiomani steps over the line there, trying to fire it into Tessier. And the full court defense of the Pirates forces a turnover on the Warriors now. A couple starting to pile up here in the opening half, just about 6 minutes in. The 18-minute halves here in girls high school basketball. Warroad 3-22. Messed that up in the pregame. They have 3-22 as their record, and Crookston 7-18. Oh, and Crookston hasn't really got too many wins on the road this year. They do have 3, and so three of their 7 come on the road, but they a little bit better on the home record-wise. And I think we're going to have our first timeout of the game. We will. It comes at 11:41 remaining here in the first half, and it's 9-2 Crookston. They're off the make. Warroad basketball when we come back here on your live event in KQ92.
Worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto owners make sense for you.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from
Play hard, stay focused, and make your school proud. We're cheering you on every step of the way. And while you're busy winning on the court and on the ice, let Doggy Dormant Spa take care of your four-legged fans. From daycare and boarding to grooming and pampering, your pup will be treated like family at the Doggy Dormant Spa in Roseau.
And back here at Warroad High School, Warroad ready to inbound. They inbound it to Hami here out of the first time out of the game. It called by the Crookston Pirates there and Coach Hams. And I think we're going to have a violation coming up the court there. Oh, yeah, it's the clock hasn't stopped running here, so they're going to have to get that reset. Now it gets stopped. So 11:21. They were just ticking down there after the stoppage, so they won't put any more time on it yet. 11:21. Warroad inbounding here from the near sideline into Tessier. And over to Kiomani. Kiomani to set up the offense. She'll go over to Hami now. And up top to Olafson. They work that perimeter quite nicely here. Now they get a steal. No, Crookston lost it, and Tessier gets it back. They have a 5-on-4 if they hurry, and good defense there. Grace Bull tips it out of bounds there. So off of Crookston, but able to slow up that possession with a 5-on-4 opportunity for Warroad. And a Bull with the good defense. First sub of the day for the Pirates, it's Morgan Bull into the game. The freshman and the third Bull sister on the team in there now with her other two sisters. The first sitting down, Hallie Nicholas. So she's out of the game. Here's a loose ball out across the timeline. Loose ball, and Warroad touches it first, 4 and over and back. So out over off the bad pass. It kind of just squirted right through the legs of Macy Kiomani and out across the timeline. Went caromed off a foot there. So turnover on the Warriors. 10:57 here in the first half. 9-2 lead. Bull, open three. This is Grace Bull. Realize I have to clarify there, and her three was off, but I think they're going to get the Warroad Warriors for a foul there. I think they got it off the land as Kiomani called for her first personal, coming over and getting into that landing zone of Grace Bull. Sophomore at the line for 3 free throws. Now two free throws, No, 3 free throws. That's correct. The one official had it wrong. So two free throws left here as Bull hits both of her first 2. 1 remaining. Bull, the leading scorer on the night so far. She's got 4 points, chance to make it 5. And that one caroms off. So a miss there, and the rebound by Olafson. Hami up ahead. She'll dribble and poked out of bounds. Grace Bull again. The good transition defense for the Pirates here. Slowing up a bit of a fast break for the Warriors off the free throw miss. They tried to push there on offense. Kiomini inbounding over to Larson. Still scoreless in the game for Larson. The only 2 points for the Warriors scored by Natalie Hami. Hami has the basketball. To the free throw line, the pass. Kiomini turns and shoots and hits. And they'll get a personal foul. They got a foul on the Pirates. Count the bucket. Chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way here. Macy Kiomini. Nice effort there on the glass, getting to her spot there on the free throw line, and that Warroad offense working beautifully there on that possession. Kiomini can't finish there off the missed free throw, but an offensive board. Olafson out. Kiomini fires for three, rims in and out. That one halfway down. Kiomini almost had a 5-point possession there off a near make. Now Kiomini will pick up the basketball, and Grace Bull. This is Grace Bull down low. Morgan Bull back to Grace Bull and stolen away. Kiomini comes up with the steal. Macy Kiomini over to Larson. Pulling up for three, short on it. Rebound, Bruggeman. Almost cut it to 4 with that make. Bull down low. Waldle back out to Bull now in the corner. They swing it. Open is Bruggeman. Back to the corner to Grace Bull. Free throw line jumper. Bruggeman gets it to go. Bruggeman gets that nice shot and beautiful stroke there. Barely the jump, just a easy routine free throw line jumper. Tessier, the cut to the basket, fouled on her way. Tessier going to the free throw line here. Couple free throws coming up for the junior with 9:37 to go. It's a 13-4 lead for the Pirates. 2 free throws here for Olivia Tessier. 14 points last night for Tessier for the Warriors. Again, 32 scored by Atlee Larson. And as Atlee Larson going to head off the court now after the sub, Abigail Mayfield back into the game, and Larson heading over into the locker room. So ran quickly off the court there. She's going to head out of the gym for just a moment. Expect her to be back here momentarily. Play continues, though, after a couple free throws. Makes there by Tessier. It's her first 2 points of the contest, and now it's a 13-6 score on your Security State Bank scoreboard. Chloe Bull, the cut, the pass over. This is Morgan Bull now on the baseline, outside to Grace Bull. All three of them touch it here. The baseline pass into the corner for Chloe. Up top to her sister Grace, three-pointer, no good. Offensive board, though, and that's back up in a foul. Morgan Bull there on the glass. Crushing it there for Crookston. Coach Hams has to like what he's seen from them so far here as the Pirates shooting 2 more free throws here off the personal foul. Libby Olafson credited with her first personal. Tessier heads over to the bench. She's going to talk with the assistant coach for the Warroad Warriors, Desi Gustafson. And off the missed free throw, rebound to the Warriors. Mayfield comes away. First foul on Olafson. That's 3 team fouls on the Warriors here. Under 9 minutes to go. Just almost halfway gone here in the opening half. Just over halfway gone here now in the opening half. On YLE and KQ92 this evening. Macy Kiomini. Yeah, the final Warroad girls basketball game of the regular season. Pigtail round getting started coming up next week. Tessier on the left wing. Just 3 to shoot. Mayfield puts it up, and it's an air ball just wide. They'll get him for a shot clock violation here off the miss. Credit with a turnover here off the shot clock violation there, and Crookston basketball. Bull controlling basketball over. Back to Bull. Chloe Bull. The 3, swing it. Chloe, the drive, the pull-up jumper, 2-pointers off. Offensive board, though, and Bruggeman fouled on the second effort. Shot's no good, but 2 more free throws coming. So Warroad getting in a bit of foul trouble here with a couple fouls here on the last couple possessions. This one going back on Libby Olafson, who picks up her second. 8:09 to go here in the opening half. 13-6 on your Security State Bank scoreboard as Bruggeman misses the first half of the 2 free throws here. Second free throw, Brueggemann hits it. Up to 5 points now for Maddie Brueggemann. The junior center leads all scores there with 5. Hami the drive, the scoop layup off the mark, but fouled herself. So free throws now in the other way for the Warroad Warriors. And Natalie Hami goes to the line. Hami with a few baskets last night for the Warroad Warriors. Getting I believe the final score was 64 to 58 last night for Warroad. So getting Allie Larson with 32. That's half of the total points from Warroad last night. So Larson certainly putting her best effort and imprint on that game last evening. Here's Larson's back out of the locker room. She's sitting on the bench over there right now. And off the missed free throws, the rebound, Brueggemann. Ahead now, Grace Bull. Bull working with it, pass, Chloe Bull, right wing drive, swing over out to the left wing, back into the game, Nicholas controls. Nicholas, pass over. Boy, high lofted passes for the Pirates across court here, and it ends up with a turnover. Warroad comes away, but now stepping out on the baseline. Warroad stepped out. It was Mayfield stepping on the baseline after she intercepted, and now the Pirates get the ball back with 20, fresh 20 to shoot here as that shot clock resets here. Off the inbound pass, Bull misses the open jumper, Chloe Bull, and Tessier the board. Loose ball the other way. Olafson dives on it. Think they're going to get a tie up here, and they will. And the possession arrow favors the Warroad Warriors. So they buy the extra possession there off a near turnover. On the deck first there, Libby Olafson along with Grace Bull. So fight for it there. Tessier inbounding. From the baseline. Looks and calls a timeout. This will be Coach Larson to call for time here. Their first timeout of the basketball game for the Warriors comes at 7:32 remaining here in this opening half. Just over 10 minutes gone here in the opening half, and it's a double up for the Pirates, 14-7, right here on your Security State Bank scoreboard on your live event in KQ92.
Search your
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto...
And welcome back here to Warroad High School. Off the timeout, 4 remaining. Pass inside, down low, and Kilmany blocked at the rim. Chloe Bull there, and Grace Bull. Boy, can't get him straight right now. All 3 of them still out on the court. Now a sub here, Waldo going to come back into the game. Waldo replaces Morgan Bull. So the freshman sits, and the 5 starters back on the court here for the Pirates. 14-7 leads for the Pirates. Open in the corner. This is Waldo. And the kick out swing up top now, the drive. Grace Bull, kick over, and back to her sister Chloe, and fouled on the pass. So away from the basketball. Foul goes on the Warriors. This one goes on Olivia Tessier. That's her second personal foul. So Olafson and Tessier both with 2. Macy Kiomani with 1. 5 team fouls on both sides here. 7:08. Inbound. Waldle, kick out Nicholas. Up top now, Chloe Bull. Grace Bull on the left. Down low, every Pirate touches the basketball. Shot goes up and a foul. And Maddie Brueggemann, the beneficiary of the final pass there. All 5 Pirates, they've swung it around from near corner all the way to left wing there and then down low. Brueggemann going back to the free throw line here for 2. Foul on Abigail Mayfield. Her first. And deadlocked on 7 minutes remaining here in the opening half for Warroad High School. And Brueggemann hits both. 7 points now for the junior. 7 for her. 4 for Grace Bull. 2 for Waldle. 3 points for Natalie Hami on the other side, and Olivia Tessier with 2. That's an in-game update brought to you by the Marvin Home Center. And here's a steal in transition. Nicholas comes up with the loose ball, the bad pass Nicholas trailing. Kick to the corner. Grace Bowl, open three, hit it. Grace Bold from downtown. Second three-pointer for the night for the Pirates. They take their largest lead of the opening half, go up by 12. 19-7 on your Security State Bank scoreboard. Hami, the drive from the left. Wild shot goes up and well over the basket. Rebound, Grace Bull handling the basketball now for the Pirates. Larson back at the scorer's table, and a double dribble called for the Pirates. It's bringing up the court. Grace Bull kind of picked it up for a second, thought she might have passed it and then put it back down on the deck. They get there for that every time, and Larson comes back in the game. Tessier sits down for the first time this evening. Kiomini, lofted pass, off the pick and roll, Olafson, kick out to Larson on the left side, near corner. An underhanded pass up to Mayfield and back to Larson. Still 15 to shoot. A high screen, Larson goes left to the baseline, the shot's up and good. Aggressive play again, nice drive there and take by sophomore Atlee Larson, her first bucket of the night. Cuts the lead to 10. 19-9. Bruggeman, the right elbow. The kick in the corner, Nicholas has to take a step in. Now she'll drive with it, scoop it up off the front iron and down. No good on the basketball. And the shot and the rebound by Warroad here. Loose basketball. Now Olafson gets it over to Kiomini and poked away from behind. Chloe Bull in transition able to knock that one away from the freshman. Pirates now to slow it up and control things to settle it down. Ends up in the hands of Chloe Bull. Drives the right wing, the hop step inside, using that pivot foot, blocked but fouled. Abby Mayfield there, not the defensive prowess there, and the defensive job by Mayfield, the block, but got a bit of the arm there and a little bit of a body check as well, and Mayfield picks up her second foul. Now 2 minutes tick off, and we're deadlocked on 5 minutes remaining here in the opening half from Warroad High School. And Chloe Bull at the line, missing her first free throw attempt of the night. Still scoreless here. 5 minutes remaining, 13 minutes gone here in the opening half. And both misses, but offensive board. And Brooklyn Waldle right there, cleaning it up for two. Waldle, her second bucket now, 4 points. Loose on the sideline, Larson, a little careless with it over there. Atlee Larson just losing it there. Good defense by Waldle. But then just a little lackadaisical on Larson going for it there on the sideline. The ball just rolling and hitting over on the sideline. Official right there, and an easy call as he's looking right down at the sideline there as Larson picked it up, clearly touching it last. Turnover on the Warriors. Pirates possession in the right corner, stolen away. Back to the Warriors now. Hami coming away. It's a 3-on-2. Hami blocked. Blocked there by Grace Bull. What a play in transition there. Bull with the defense. Out, Nicholas, right wing. Swing, Bruggeman pulls up off the front iron on a two. Back iron, that is, and tapped out of bounds off the Warriors. Boy, what a block in transition there. The lengthy Grace Bull getting up on a drive by Natalie Hami. And boy, I mean, Hami is one of, if not the most aggressive Warrior on this basketball team, I would say, based off of what I've seen over the course of the year. And when she can get ahead of steam going down to the basket, but boy, Grace Bull was right there. Larson tips it away. She hits the deck the other side. Chloe Bull comes out. Ahead. Grace Bull 3 at the shot clock, no good. Bruggeman the offensive board. And back and forth we go here. Clock stops with a foul. Warroad commits another personal here. First foul of the night on Hami. 8th team foul. And on the ground, so in the bonus, a 1-and-1 opportunity here. Bruggeman at the line. Live basketball, and first free throw is good, so she'll have another one. Bruggeman now up to 8 points, the leading scorer on the night. 3:48 remaining on the first half. Bruggeman, second free throw, good as well. 14-point lead for the Pirates, 23-9. Inside 4 minutes to go, Tessier on the left. Open lane, she'll drive with the left hand, the step back, the fall away shot, and it's off no good, just shy on it. Warroad, of course, playing their third game of the week and second night of a back-to-back here, so can't really diminish them too much for maybe having some tired legs here at the end of the week here. It has been a long week, and Warroad still coming up with the steal here. Good defensive play there. Larson coming in, intercepting that bounce pass. Ahead, Tessier. She'll stop at the free throw line. She thought about the shot, now she'll kick out on the pass. Larson the drive, the floater from the baseline is short. Left it well short there on an air ball, and Chloe Bull has a 2-on-1. The pass, the assist. No, Waldo couldn't finish. Waldo missed it right there on the doorstep. And Kiomini the rebound. Warroad slowing things up there. Across the timeline now from right to left. Larson will pull up for three, and it's just long. And Brueggemann the rebound. Grace Bull here with 5 points. Couple great defensive plays as well, 2 blocks. Chloe Bull the drive, the shot is up and no good off the heel, off the layup. Tessier goes the other way, quick shot. Hami's second effort is good. Some second chance points for the Warriors. They say, take that right back at you. Here, they cut the lead back to 12. 23-11 is the score. Here's a good play by Larson. Now it's poked away. Boy, what hustle by the Warriors tonight, leaving it all out on the floor. Still in the hands of the Pirates, though. Larson playing more good defense, and they'll get her for a foul. A little bit of a push, as Larson clearly a bit frustrated with maybe the play from Grace Bull so far, with a couple defensive great plays, and now Larson going to pick up her first foul of the half. 1 for her. It's 9th team foul. Away from the ball, no shot, so a 1-and-1. Live ball here. Bull misses. And ball caromed out. Fight for it. Out of the hands of Mayfield, and Hami comes up. And Hami gets it over Kiomini. It's a Warroad ball. Hami looks for the back door. She won't fire it, though. Now she'll drive, and she's going to get a foul on Crookston. Off the drive, Hami, the aggressive play, leading to more good things now, picking up the 6th team foul on the Pirates. This one goes on Nora Groven, who just checked into the game for the first time. The sophomore, number 10, picks up her first. Tessier, second effort, off the offensive glass, no good. 2 efforts for the Warriors, Pirates the board. 1.5 minutes remaining here in this opening half as we near 7:30 local time from Warroad High School. Again, a beautiful win for the Warriors last night here. Their first of the year on their home floor against the Vikings of Little Fork Big Falls. And they forced the turnover here to the Warriors. Pirates, little careless with the ball here to round out this half with the 12-point lead, but the turnover there. Larson to throw in. High over the head pass, gets it over to Kiomini. Tessier, fall away, step back shot. Long 2-pointers, no good. Bull, ahead to Bull. Chloe on the left. Swing it, Grace on the right. Karam's just out in front of her. It was Chloe off the pass. Again, a poor one over to the near side and just out in front of Grace, out of bounds. And now Morgan back in the game, Morgan Bull, as Groven heads off. Groven and Waldle sit down as Hallie Nicholas back in the game for Waldle. Kiomini handling the basketball, under a minute to go in the half. Another block, Grace Bull there on the defensive play. Macy Kiomini had a take, but boy, I mean, Bull has at least 8 or 9 inches height-wise on Macy Kiomini. Warroad basketball, though. Open shot. Larson for 3, no good that time. She stalled on 2 points, though. Rebound to the Pirates. They can just about hold for 1. Looks like game and shot clock separated by about a second and a half here. Still 25 seconds. 22 on the shot clock. Over, Pirates, left. Morgan Bull pass tipped by the Warriors out beyond the timeline. They'll retrieve it. Still 12 on the shot clock here. Chloe Bull, extra pass. Morgan Bull now. Grace is open for 3. Short on the three, though. Brueggemann got the offensive board. 5 seconds and fouled. Brueggemann going back to the line. Again, just putting the Warriors in the weight room there on the offensive glass. Brueggemann there. Boy, she has been everywhere on that offensive rebounding glass. There have the Pirates and Brueggemann for more free throws here, hitting the first. The third foul on Abby Mayfield. So, again, the Warroad Warriors just tacking on a couple more fouls here before the end of the half. Still 5 seconds. Both free throws made. Brueggemann, the first in double figures. She's up to 11 points. Hami, 2 seconds, 1 second. Hami, scoop layup, hits the bottom of the backboard, and that's how we'll end the half. Off a missed shot there. Warriors going into the locker room, and the Pirates in as well with a 14-point lead. It's 25-11. The score here on your Security State Bank scoreboard. Bring you back here, but we into the halftime break as the teams head off into the locker room, and we'll bring you a recap of that first half, some stats and more. I'll bring those to you when we come back here on KQ92 and yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Hi, my name is Angelina and I work at Marvin. I paint at Marvin. Every day I get to do what I love. When I started, I was a little intimidated to go into the spray booth, but people were very kind to me and I was able to learn at my own pace. I get to be proud of what I do and I love the product when it's finished. It's beautiful. Since I started at Marvin, I have been able to pull myself out of debt and purchase a home because I'm making enough to make a living. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
And we welcome you back here to Warroad High School, home of the Warriors. Still about 6 minutes till we get the second half underway from Warroad High School. Your halftime score 25-11. Crookston leading the Warriors up by 14 here at the break. So first 18 minutes gone, 18 minutes left here, the second half coming up. But we bring you the first half stats here from Warroad High School. We'll start with the home Warriors. 5 points in the opening half scored by Natalie Hami. She leads the Warriors in scoring with 5. 2 points in the first half by Larson on a nice take. So 2 points by Larson. Olivia Tessier with 2 as well off a couple free throws. Pardon me, I think that's actually wrong. I think Tessier, looking at the score table, the scores book here, but I'm pretty sure Tessier has 4 points because she had the opening bucket, then she had 2 more free throws after that. So that's the 11. That's the 10th and 11th point as those 2 free throws by Tessier. So she's got 4 points, and those are the 3 Warriors that have scored there in the opening half. So that's where we're at after the first 18 minutes of play. And we get into some stats here for the Crookston Pirates and leading them in scoring. And the only player in double figures leading all scorers tonight is the junior center. Just about said senior, but she is a junior, the center, Maddie Brugman. She's got 11 points after she shot, I believe she was 7 for 7 from the free throw line there in that opening half. So Brugman hitting quite a few free throws there. And off of Brugman's 11 points, the next closest is Grace Bull with 5. Brugman there with, Bull with 5. Chloe Bull with a couple, Hallie Nicholas with a point there in that half, and Brooklyn Waldle with a few as well. She had the rest of the scoring there as Morgan Bull got in the game, was scoreless there in the opening half, as well as Chloe Bull. Nicholas with 1, and that's your first half stats. But largest lead of the half is right now really with the 14-point margin. It got above 12 just a couple times. Warroad got back in it, or got the lead back down to 12 with a couple nice buckets, and then Crookston back up 14 here at the break. Crookston coming out of the locker room here as we'll have just a couple minutes remaining before we get this second half underway. We'll bring it to you next, back here in a minute on KQ92 and YourLiveEvent.com.
The Red River Watershed Management Board.
Look for your home? Get inspired by Benjamin Moore Paint Colors at Marvin Home Center on Highway 11 in Warroad. With over 3,500 unmatchable colors and the best quality paint on the market, you can create unique spaces that truly reflect your style. And when you buy Benjamin Moore, you're supporting local business. These quality paints are sold exclusively through locally owned and operated retailers. Visit Marvin Home Center today and let your perfect color journey begin. Marvin Home Center, Highway 11, Warroad.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
From John Michael and guests in the morning show, noon hour information, and 5 p.m. evening local news, ag news, weather, and sports. Thank you for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM. Listen for our high school sports coverage of Warroad, Roseau, BGMR, Lake of the Woods, Sprague, and Grigla Goodridge. Find the sports schedules. You can also listen to our high school sports coverage in the Listen Live from KQ92.com and the Northern Star KRWB.com.
At Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
Back at Warroad High School. Second half to start here. We bring it to you on yourliveevent.com, here on KQ92 as well. So we about 20 minutes to the top of the hour here at 8 o'clock coming up. A reminder of tomorrow morning, we'll have first of all, we're going to have a shot here and to make Chloe Bull right out of the second half locker room and her first points of the night. Nice baseline jumper there for Bull. Warroad possession here. I'll tell you about the upcoming broadcast schedule coming up. We'll do that coming up as well. With a big couple games coming up here with the boys and girls hockey. Warroad Warriors on excellent runs on both sides here. Here's a swing in the corner. Crookston, the far side. Swing over, Chloe Bull driving into the bucket. She's in the paint, she's up and good. 2 buckets to start off the second half. Scored up by Chloe Bull, the senior now, up to 4 points. Her first 2 buckets come here. 1 minute gone in the second half. So over on our sister station tonight on KRWB, you can listen to the final regular season game for the Roseau Rams and the Lake of the Woods Bears. They're playing over in Badette tonight. Here's a 3 by Larson. Strong off the heel. Out, offensive board. Olafson there in a tie-up to stop the possession. Crookston gets the basketball off the arrow. So, pardon me, now they said the arrow was facing the wrong direction. So they're going to give it back to Warroad and think they're going to flip the arrow the other way. Not sure what exactly happened there, but I think they're going to flip the arrow because they will. So, Warroad ball. Larson, 13 to shoot. Over to Hami. Bounce to Olafson. Pick and roll. Driving is Hami. Shots up, and they get her for a travel. They get her for steps there. Hami, the turnover. So, again, reminder, coming up tomorrow morning, we have Warroad girls hockey playing in the Class A state championship down in Grand Casino Arena. We'll have that tomorrow, pardon me, not tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. the start time for that Warroad hockey game. Warroad girls in the state championship, working on bringing that home. Larson has the basketball for the Warriors. It's an 18-point lead now after a couple buckets, and gonna have a foul. I think it's gonna go on Warroad. It is. It's going to be, I think they got Atlee Larson for a technical foul. I believe they did. I think they got Atlee Larson for a technical foul. They did. So I'm not 100% sure what happened over there, but the far side official came up and broke things up very quickly. Might have been something going on. Atlee Larson called for the technical, so 2 free throws here at the line is Grace Bull. She hit her first. So 2 personal fouls now credited for Atlee Larson, and Bull hits both free throws. She's up to 7. 2 minutes gone, and they get the first team foul of the half on Warroad, and they call that one on Larson, and no reaction over from the Warroad bench by Coach John Larson there. So clearly not too much argument from that side here. And Crookston off the turnover. They have the steal. The Pirates out. Brueggemann kick in the corner. Nicholas passes up on the 3. Pass Brueggemann into Chloe Bull. The baseline jumper is good. Chloe Bull has found the rhythm here to begin the second half. She's got 6 early points here and 6 of the first 8 points for the Pirates, who go up by 22. Largest lead here continuing to go up here, an 8-0 run to start off the half for the Pirates. They have it out in transition off a miss by Tessier. Nicholas up the bottom of the rim, her own rebound, and now fouled. They get her on the way up. Nicholas is going to go to the line for a couple more free throws. Again, just the slow nature here of the Warriors coming out of the break and trying to get their rhythm back to begin the half, and calling another foul on the Warriors. It goes on Natalie Hami. Her second now. So no player on the floor for the Warriors has less than 2 personal fouls. 3 on Abby Mayfield. 2 fouls on the rest of the starters. And Nicholas hits both free throws. She's up to 3 points now, off both makes. Now 35-11, the 24-point lead. 15 minutes to go here in the second half. Larson off the missed dribble. Tessier picks it up and fires a miss from the free throw line. And Chloe Bull clears it the other way. Bull driving on Tessier. Kick out. Pass deflected by Tessier. Diving on the floor is Larson, who gets it to Hami. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Hami, the driver herself. She takes it and makes it. And Hami, nice aggressive move there to the cup for 7 points on the night now for Hami. She leads the Warriors in the points category. That's the Warriors' first bucket of the second half here. 3.5 minutes gone in the second. Waldle on the right wing. Guarded by Olafson, they switch Tessier onto her. They get down low, Nicholas, pass, Bruggeman, blocked. Hami got a piece of it. Out in transition, they get it up to Larson on the right wing. Larson dribbles on Bull, gets to the baseline, blocked at the rim. They get her for a foul, though. They got Bruggeman and Larson, though. A hard swing on a high five on Tessier, letting out maybe a bit of frustration, and Larson will settle down to shoot a couple free throws here. First foul shot of the game, good by Larson. Clock is at 14:09. Lead is 20. 35-15. Both free throws good by Larson. 4 points now for Atlee. Larson. Chloe Bull calling for the basketball underneath. They shoot a 3, though. Waldle is off the mark. And ball caroms out. Nobody could touch it. Caroms off the shot, and Warroad ball. Larson inbounds, now gets it ahead, up to Mayfield. Thought about pulling, she'll pull it down. Larson now from the left. The drive, she'll pull up for a long 2. Left it well short, an air ball there, and Waldle grabbing the rebound. And Waldle with a couple nice rebounds tonight. And Chloe Bull fires for 3, no good. Chloe Bull's right there, off the miss by Grace Bull. Chloe gets fouled, and now she will shoot free throws here. So again, Chloe Bull, an aggressive start here to the second half. Already 6 points, 6 out of the opening 10 points of the half for Bull, and at the free throw line for 2 shots. First foul shot's good. Macy Kiomini coming in for the first time here in the half, and out of the game is Natalie Hami. Bull, second free throw, short on that one. So she hits the front end and gets 1. And a foul going the other way. Chloe Bull called for the personal there off a loose ball foul. They signal number 23. Of course, both running into each other, both wearing the number 23, but they're going to get it the other way. They get the foul on Chloe Bull, who has a little chuckle, and she just tosses the basketball over to the referee here on the near side, and Warroad inbounds. They have it ahead with the possession to Larson. Larson, the drive from the right, gets to the rim and fouled as the ball hit the bottom of the basket, but they get the Pirates again for the personal there on the hack, and Larson going to the foul shot again with 2 more free throws here. So the aggressive play has caused the officials to blow the whistle quite a few times to begin this second half. Now 3 team fouls apiece to begin for both sides. And Larson hits both free throws. So now she's up to 4 points after both makes. Nicholas open underneath. Nicholas, boy, just Warroad not getting back there on defense, and Nicholas wide open. Good heads-up awareness play by Chloe Bull. The awareness to get it down low over the top of the Warroad defense. Tessier driving and lost it out of bounds. And Crookston starting to up their awareness and physicality here beginning this second half. Here's a sub for Warroad. Abby Mayfield comes out for the first time in the half. Peyton Thompson touches the floor for Warroad, a first time off the bench here in the game. With sophomore Thompson on the court, had a chance to catch up with her the other night after the loss versus the Begley Flyers over on the Tuesday night. Loose ball underneath the Pirates basket, and we're going to have another tie-up here. Arrow favors the Crookston Pirates. So it'll be Nicholas to inbound. And final game of the season for the Crookston Pirates. 3 road wins on the year for the Crookston Pirates, but their last coming back on January 15th at Thief River Falls. Their other 2 road wins at Ada Borup West and at Mahnomen Waubun for the 7-18 Pirates, as they're up 21 here at Warroad High School. The 7-18 record, again, the pigtail rounds for the section tournaments beginning on Monday. We'll have several broadcasts for you here. I know BGMR likely, girls basketball likely going to be in the pigtail round. Warroad likely going to be there as well. So we'll bring those broadcasts to you next week. We'll find out the bracket over the weekend here. 12:09 to go off the Crookston drive, a personal foul on Warroad. The 3rd foul on Libby Olafson. And to the line goes Hallie Nicholas. Seniors there for 2 shots here. Nicholas, the second of 2 seniors in the starting 5, along with Chloe Bull. And then, of course, the 2 juniors and 1 sophomore in the starting 5 for Coach Jaden Hams for the Pirates. Nicholas misses the second of 2 free throws. She splits them there again. Nicholas now 4 for 6 from the line in the half. And we have a missed dribble the other side. A turnover on the Warriors. They lost it out in the far corner there across the baseline back to the Pirates. Inside of 12 minutes to go here in the second half. 39-17, Crookston on top by 22. On your Security State Bank scoreboard, Larson ahead off the steal. Again, the turnover on the Pirates. Larson, right wing, she'll fire up a 3 and hit it. Atlee Larson from downtown. Good looking stroke there. They'll give her 3. She was well behind the line. Likes to pull up from that spot when she gets to her spot there and drills it that time. Warroad up to 20 points. Larson now up to 7. She leads the Warriors in scoring now. Off the make. Off the miss for the Crookston Pirates, Grace Bull grabs it off the rebound off the offensive side and fouled to stop the clock with 11:21. Think we're going to get a foul. We will. It'll go on Warroad, and it's going to go on Libby Olafson. That's going to be her 4th. If they give it, they do. Yep, they do. They give it on Olafson, and they're going to get her for her 4th. So as we near 8 o'clock local time, Olafson picks up her 4th personal, and we're going to get a timeout here with 11:21 to go in the second half. 39-20. Score on your Security State Bank scoreboard here on KQ92 and yourliveevent.com.
From KQ92 and the Northern Star KRWB, we entertain you with KQ92, playing country music hits from today and yesterday. With the Northern Star, it's the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s super hits. We are local. We are your radio station. Local news, sports, weather updates, ag news, community conversation, Coach's Corner, school news, Viking football, Minnesota Wild, and more local area programming coming in the future. Thanks for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
And back here at Warroad High School, out of the timeout. Called by Coach Hams. That's his a full timeout there as we took a quick break here. And the first free throw, good by Grace Bull at the line. Off the foul on Libby Olafson. She goes over to the bench to sit down. And off the bench, Peyton Thompson out there with Macy Kiomini as Bull hits both free throws, now up to a 21-point lead. It's 41-20. On the floor, Tessier driving for Warroad and hitting the bucket. Tessier, nice layup as she has a slap on Peyton Thompson's hand up the way up the floor here. 4 points now in Tessier. High five there from Thompson. Tessier comes up with the steal. A 2-on-1 has Larson. Bounce. Larson up, no good on the shot, but fouled. Larson to the free throw line. So Warroad picking up the intensity out of that timeout a bit. Forces a couple turnovers. Tessier doing her best hero impression here, trying to will the Warriors back into it, and the foul going picked up by Brueggemann. So Brueggemann picks up her third, really the only foul trouble the Pirates have been in all night. Now Brueggemann her third. And Larson hits both free throws. Pardon me, she does not. She hit the second of 2 free throws. She missed the first. So Larson goes 1 for 2. That was her first free throw miss of the night, but she's at 8 points here. And Grace Bull, the drive. Chloe Bull hits the baseline jumper. Chloe Bull, 9 points here in the second half, as she has nearly taken the lead on all scorers here tonight. She's up to 9. The leader is Brueggemann, but she's got 3 fouls and a throwaway. Abby Mayfield looking for Tessier off the cut. And that one just a little bit too high of her outstretched fingers and over the head of Olivia Tessier. So out of bounds off of Warroad here. And a 20-point lead off the sub. Brueggemann out of the game. Looks like we have Waldle coming back in for her. Pardon me, it's actually Morgan Bull in the game for her. Here is Morgan on the left. Swing over Nicholas on the right now. Down to the baseline, Grace Bull driving up and good. And Grace Bull, the layup for the Pirates. 11 points for Grace Bull. Brueggemann with 11 on the bench. She's the second in double figures, Grace Bull. Chloe Bull right behind them at 9. And off the drive for Warroad, Olivia Tessier going back to the stripe. The charity stripe here for 2 more free throws. The foul on Morgan Bull. Tessier good on the first free throw. So again, it's been a good season for the Pirates here. And they hope that rounding out the year in with a couple wins here, as they've won 3 of their last 6 and in hopes of winning certainly a few rounds here in the tournament. We'll get that underway next week. Warroad with 2 wins on the road this year and 1 at home. Looking for their 4th tonight. We'll take a come-from-behind performance here as Thompson going out of bounds. They're diving for the basketball and saving it, but right to Grace Bull. Chloe Bull the drive. Left wing, over to the right now. Grace Bull back in the corner. The far side, the three-pointer's up and no good. Long rebound, though, tracked down by Nicholas. Up in the air, tipped by Thompson to Grace Bull. Chloe, pull up, 2-pointer. Good shot there by Chloe Bull. Now 11 points for her, and 3 Crookston Pirates now all at 11 points. Under 9 minutes to go in the half. 1 minute to 8 o'clock here local time. We owe you station ID on the next dead ball. Tessier drives and misses the layup. Good defense there. Morgan Bull came over to affect the shot. Didn't get a piece of it there. Tessier trying to poke from behind. She will not be able to. Crookston out and now tapped out of bounds. Stopped at 8:39 to go. You're listening to this live high school sports broadcast here on Lake Country, KQ92. It's KKWQ Warroad. Here are today's new hit country. 8 o'clock, Warroad High School. Up top 3. Grace Bull pulls it down. Chloe Bull will drive. She'll take and make. Chloe Bull now 13 to lead all scores. How about that? Scoreless in the opening half for Chloe Bull. She's now got 13 in the second, and she's the third Pirate in double figures. That's an in-game update brought to you by the Marvin Home Center. A tie-up. Mayfield had the ball, tied up by Waldle, but still Warroad ball off the arrow. So arrow will flip directions, and Tessier will inbound from the far side to Larson. Allie Larson to set up the offense here. Still 16 to shoot. Larson takes a screen. Jump high pass over to Chiomini, who scrambles it, gets it up. Now passes back out through the legs of Mayfield, who tracks it down. Larson thought about the 3. She'll step back and fire up a 3, and it's strong off the back. Back iron, long rebound, Chloe Bull. Double team the other way. Thompson, aggressive defense. She gets it away, though, over to Grace Bull. Down low, Nicholas up and misses the layup. Just rolling off the front iron. Tessier. She'll pull up for 3. Tessier off the mark. Seven and a half minutes remaining. The lead is 25. On your Security State Bank scoreboard, Grace Bull. Pass to her sister Morgan. Shot is up and off the wedgie. Out the rebound to Tessier. Larson fires. Strong. Nicholas the board. Pass inside over for Crookston is tapped out. Warroad the defense. Substitutions here. Olafson going to come back in the game for Warroad. She's got 4 fouls, mind you, so one more and she would be, her evening would be done. And over to the bench goes Grace Bull. I think this might be the first time she's checked out all night. We'll get you the 5 on the floor when we come back. Here's a timeout called by Coach Larson. He'll call a full timeout with 6:47 to go. 49-24 on your Security State Bank scoreboard here on KQ92 and yourliveevent.com.
And I work at Marvin. HQ was definitely built around the person, the architecture, the windows, the lights, like everything feels alive in that space. But then there's also these little nooks and crannies where you can go and relax. If you think about a home and what you want in your home and how it makes you feel comfortable and you want to be there, I think that's what HQ provides. Come join me at Marvin, you'll love it here.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller. And I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Back here at Warroad High School as we resume play off the timeout. 3 timeouts remaining for both sides and 6:47 on the game clock. The 49-24 lead, Nicholas on the left. Crookston with the possession, the Pirates, they kick it. Morgan Bull, drive from the far side. Pass off the foot of Tessier and Karams to Chiomini. Ahead, and she just double dribbled with it. Chiomini thought about driving, but again, just a mistake there, mental error, just trying to get it over to Tessier, and wasn't sure where she was at when she picked up the dribble, put it back on the deck. So that turnover there. Pirates back the other way. Nicholas. 6:22 remaining. Brugman back in. Brugman out there. Also, Nora Groven back on the court, in there for the first time this half, the second time for the game. Larson catches the rebound there off the miss. Larson walking the basketball now around to the right. The screen from Hami. Picks up, one-handed pass to Olafson. She's in that little eye above the free throw line here, and between that and the top of the key. Up to, down to the free throw, or to the baseline there. Caroms over, Hami up and good. Natalie Hami, right place, right time. Grabs the bucket there for the Warriors. She's up to 9 points now, and she leads the Warriors back with scoring now and with 9. 4 in the second half for Hami. Tessier comes up with the steal. Kiomani, nobody there. Now she'll pick up and find the trailing Olafson. Back to Kiomani. Passes up the shot. Larson will fire, and that one misses off the heel. Chloe Bull ahead. Shot is up and good, and counted and one. Good bucket there by Hallie Nicholas, and again the assist and feed from Chloe Bull, making things happen here in the half. Bull has been the hero the second half, the MVP for the Pirates here. Certainly one of the players of the game here now, 13 points. They got the assist there, and again Nicholas off the miss, doesn't complete that three-point play though. But Nicholas with 8 points. Tessier, long two-pointer, off to the left there. Left iron. Chloe Bull driving. Hop step in the lane. Open layup is good. Chloe Bull putting her head down. 15 points to lead all. Inside 5 minutes remaining. The 53-26 score. Tessier shot up and off, no good. Front iron and down and out of bounds off Olafson. The Pirates get the basketball back. Crookston now over on the right side. Here is Morgan Bull. Driving straight down and walked with it. The traveling violation. You call the turnover there on Crookston and Morgan Bull. A 4:21 to go here in the basketball game. Olafson, pass is intercepted. Morgan Bull and pushed out of bounds. Stopping the clock there. Lead is 27 as we nearing 30. But 27 now. It's the largest it's been. And the foul puts the Pirates at the line. Do they call it the 7th team foul on Warroad? Yes, they did. They get that one on Kiomani, picks up her second, and that's the 7th team foul. So 1-and-1 opportunity. Off a miss, it would be a live ball here, and Morgan Bull, the freshman at the line, looking for her first points of the night. This is her first shot here, first free throw attempt, and good on the first. Nothing but nylon there for a nice free throw stroke. And they they actually did not get Macy Kiomani. They got Libby Olafson, who's out of the game. Olafson picked up her 5th. They put Macy Kiomani's number up and said it was her second foul. Then they just changed it and they put Libby Olafson's number up then, and of course that was her 5th. So 4 fouls on Abigail Mayfield. So she's got 1 remaining, and now Libby Olafson fouls out. She's out of the game for the rest of the time. With 4 minutes remaining. Now Tessier, she's guarded by Morgan Bull. A high screen and just running over Kiomani is Morgan Bull, and they're going to get her for a foul. Good screen set by Kiomani, just taking the contact there. Bull picks up her 3rd foul. And subs here for the Pirates. They put the sophomore Alyssa Johnson in the basketball game. Out there as well is Brenna Kopecki, the freshman, in there for the first time. So some valuable minutes here, as it looks like Chloe Bull and Grace Bull going to check out of the game. So if their nights are done, Chloe finishing with 15 points, Grace, I believe, with 11. So Chloe with 15, Grace with 11. They're 2 of the leading scorers. Still on the floor is Bruggeman, and Warroad with the ball, though. Kiomani on the left. The drive, Larson up, the floater's no good. Off the back of the backboard there and rims off. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the regular season for both of these teams. Again, brackets coming out over the weekend for the girls basketball section tournaments there. That'll be beginning next week here up in northern Minnesota. We'll have the pigtail rounds beginning a Monday of next week, I believe. We'll have those brackets for you and more updates. Again, over on our sister station, you can listen to Roseau and Lake of the Woods girls basketball. That's going over in Badette right now. That's over on the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM KRWB. And a reminder of our broadcast schedule coming up tomorrow. We'll have fishing reports out from the Warroad Fishing Derby out at the Spring Steel Resort in Warroad. Those from noon to 3. We'll have those on both stations, KQ92 and KRWB most likely tomorrow afternoon. And also we have a couple big hockey games coming up. The Section A boys hockey going down in Thief River Falls tomorrow, and the Warroad Warriors down there to play the Prowlers. So have that broadcast for you live on KQ92. That's a 1 p.m. puck drop with Brandon Barger, and then reminder of the Class A State Girls Championship for girls hockey. That comes up tomorrow afternoon about 4 o'clock. Puck drop is scheduled from Grand Casino Arena. John Michael on the call coming up on tomorrow evening. 4 p.m. is the start time for that basketball game. 56-27, Warroad possession here. 2:33 remains in the basketball game. Larson. Tessier drives and blocked. And Brueggemann, a little word for Tessier off the swat out of bounds. But Waldle, both Bull Sisters up off the bench. A little cheer coming from the Crookston bench there off that rejection. Good pass down low. Larson through her hands. It's loose. It's picked up. Morgan Bull and fouled on the way out of bounds. If it goes on Abby Mayfield, it's her last. That'll be her 5th, and it does. That goes on Abby Mayfield, and she's done for the night. So that's going to be her 5th, but she'll head down the court. She doesn't know it yet. They haven't put it up on the board. If it is her 5th, still they haven't made a signal yet, but I saw the official put up number 1, which would be her 5th foul. And now a couple Warriors up off the bench to make some final substitutions here. Both free throws missed, though, by Morgan Bull. Mayfield's still on the court. They did not stop. They didn't even put up the foul on the board there, on the scoreboard. The turnover, Bull. Pass, out of bounds, off of Groven. And Warroad makes the subs. Larson, night is done. 9 for Hami. Olivia Tessier with 5, and Atlee Larson with 8 points tonight. And on the court now for Warroad, a couple of junior varsity players. We have Melissa Syverson out there. Syverson, Ruby Hodney out on the court. Peyton Thompson out there as well. Kyra Hovda on the court along with Zoe Sandy. So those 5 turnover on Warroad here. Those 5 on the court here for the Warriors to round out the final minute 34 seconds of the basketball season here, the regular season. Crookston set. They will inbound. Out there for the Pirates is Nora Groven. Morgan Bull bringing the basketball up. Out there with the Brueggemann still, with Kopecky and Alyssa Johnson. Kopecky the shot in the paint, and she got fouled. So more free throws here. Boy, Warroad just cannot help themselves reaching in. The fouls have continued to pile up here. And this one going on Peyton Thompson, her first. But I believe that's the 11th team foul now on the Warriors in the half. Just 7 on Crookston here. 58-27 is the score. And one more free throw here. Kopecky at the line, the freshman, hits both. Two good free throws there by Brandon Kopecky. Freshman's got 2 points. 13 for Maddie Brugman. Warroad the other way, and a good bucket there by the Warriors. With just over 1 minute to go, it's scored by Zoe Sandy. Her first bucket there on a nice take. And Sandy, 2 points there for the junior, and a steal on the other side. He caroms out off a turnover. Warroad ball. Under a minute remaining in the basketball game. Hovda. Now over. Hodney. Kick out. 3 goes up. Syverson off the mark. Just off to the left. Kopecky the board. Tipped by Thompson to Brugman. And Coach Hans just says, slow down there. Run the offense. You know how it's done. Driving off the offense. Morgan Bull off the front iron and the miss. Hodney. With 27 seconds remaining, the shot clock's off. Hovda. Over to Sandy. Now Thompson, they run the offense and through the legs off the pass. Hovda now retrieves it with 13 seconds left. Will a shot go up here? Hovda. Or maybe they'll just hold for one. Now Hodney's gonna shoot with the 8 seconds left. That is rims off. Now 2 seconds, 1 second, they'll dribble it out. At the final score, 59 to 29 here on your Security State Bank scoreboard. A 30-point win for the Crookston Pirates in the final game of the season here as Warroad falls 59 to 29 here on your Security State Bank scoreboard, and a good road win for the Crookston Pirates, their 4th road victory of the year. So they make that their 4th win on the road this season, and they do it by 30 points after beating Warroad earlier on in the year by 20. They beat them here by 30 this evening. So that's your final, 59-29, and we will go ahead and award your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and your Woods Goods World Thrift Store of the Game. We will do that coming up here on the post-game show. That's coming up next here on KQ92 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto owners make sense for you.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Hi, my name is Angelina, and I work at Marvin. I paint at Marvin. Every day I get to do what I love. When I started, I was a little intimidated to go into the spray booth, but people were very kind to me, and I was able to learn at my own pace. I get to be proud of what I do, and I love the product when it's finished. It's beautiful. Since I started at Marvin, I have been able to pull myself out of debt and purchase a home because I'm making enough to make a living. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Thinking about a fresh look for your home? Get inspired by Benjamin Moore Paint Colors at Marvin Home Center on Highway 11 in Warroad. With over 3,500 unmatchable colors and the best quality paint on the market, you can create unique spaces that truly reflect your style. And when you buy Benjamin Moore, you're supporting local business. These quality paints are sold exclusively through locally owned and operated retailers. Visit Marvin Home Center today and let your perfect color journey begin. Marvin Home Center, Highway 11, Warroad.
3 degrees outside right now at the 8:20 local time here from Warroad High School. As we come back to check out some final stats and award your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and your Woods Goods Warroad Threads Star of the Game. Your final stats, we bring you the Crookston Pirates first, and Chloe Bull, 15 points to lead them in scoring, all 15 coming there in the second half. And she stepped out for the final 3-4 minutes of the basketball game there. So 15 points coming for her in about 14 minutes of play there in that second half. She led all scorers there, the senior with 15. Grace Bull with 11 points in the game, and Maddie Brueggemann with 13 there for the junior. Those are the top 3 scorers, the 3 in double figures for the Pirates tonight. Your final scores, the stats here for the Warroad Warriors with the Natalie Hami leading them in scoring with 9. Atlee Larson there with 8 points, and Olivia Tessier with 7. And Zoe Sandy, a bucket there at the end, 2 points for her there with the final bucket of the day for the Warroad Warriors. And the final bucket of the regular season for the Warriors, scored by junior Zoe Sandy there at the last couple minutes of the basketball game. And Warroad falling, again, final score here, 59-29 on your Security State Bank scoreboard. As we award now your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and your Woods Goods Warroad Thread Star of the Game. And your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game for the Warriors is Natalie Hami, the sophomore, with leading them in scoring with 9 tonight. And Hami, good aggressive takes tonight. She played some good defense as well. And your Woods Goods Warroad Thread Star of the Game tonight is Zoe Sandy. Give it to her after a good bucket there toward the end. And again, as we mentioned, the final regular season bucket of the season for the Warriors, scored there in what was little time on the court for Sandy this year. There on the varsity time, certainly in Sandy, with an awesome bucket there to end the regular season here. We'll give her the Woods Goods Warroad Thread Star of the Game tonight here on Lake Country, KQ92, and on yourliveevent.com. As we wrap things up here from Warroad High School. Again, your final score one final time, 59-29 to 29 on your Security State Bank scoreboard. Warroad ends their regular season with a record of 3-23 with a win last night. Fortunately, they could not answer it back with another win tonight to end their year back-to-back. Would be special, but they will fall to the Pirates by 30 here this evening. They finished at 3-23, likely in the pigtail rounds coming up early next week. We'll have those for you coming up on our airwaves. Not sure yet what the bracket will look like, but we'll bring you all that info coming up early next week. So we'll be letting you know about that. And for the Crookston Pirates, the win moves them to 8-18. So that's where they finished the regular season. And of course, just a slightly better record, but they likely could be in the pigtail rounds as well in their conference and section game and the 8AA. So the Crookston Pirates likely going to be there at least, you would have to assume, lower than the 5th seed, which means that if they end up being potentially in that 6th, 7th, 8th even, they could potentially be playing in the pigtail rounds as well. But we'll have to wait and see the bracket, but we'll have all those updates for you coming up next week on the KQ92 KRWB Morning Show. We'll be listening to those. Be listening Monday morning, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. sports. We'll have all those updates coming up for you live on our airwaves. 59-29, the final score to round out the regular season here for the Warroad Warriors. Till next time here, signing off from Warroad High School, saying have a great weekend.